that's not good enough. It's not full. I've got some bedding and things, spare bedding, that can go in the airing cupboard that I can throw in on top of that to make a load. So that'll be load number 1 today, and it might be the only one, but I'll have a chat about that inside. Okay, a moving update. Got serious problems with the conveyancer we've been allocated due to just total lack of contact. We've had no acknowledgement of the forms sent in or the initial payment. They just refuse to make contact, so I've put in a formal complaint to the overseeing company and requested a new one, because this one's just no good. It's no good coming back and saying, oh, well, one of us is off sick, or the person allocated to you is off sick. Companies need to deal with these sort of things, especially in the current climate. If somebody goes off sick, then somebody should be manning their post. And if that's down to the last man, then so be it. You can't just leave people in the lurch when they're paying you good money. Anyway, so hopefully the overseeing company will deal with that. What else? Virtually all of the rubbish is now gone from the house, inside the house. It trips up the, the sort of council-run tip, basically, or recycling centre, as it's now called. A load of it still goes in landfill. I still call it the tip. So what we're down to now is getting the last items across. Now I've just shown there's a carload there. Some of that is rubbish. A lot of it is paper rubbish, which is screwed up newspaper and the like, that was in boxes that orchids came in that I kept in case I had to send orchids to other people, and it was useful for packing orchids to take to shows and things. That now just becomes clutter. So I've bagged all that up. That will either go to the tip as just paper waste, or it can go in the dustbin at the other place, which is currently empty, and go that way. But I have to take a trip to the tip. Yesterday I started on my clothes, and I have 5 bags of clothes I don't want, and they need to go to the recycling centre. So I've got to go there anyway today. So there's a fair bit of what's in that car now is actually to go to the tip, basically, but I'll call in at the house first. I've now committed to effectively moving out on Sunday or Monday, on the grounds I've now committed the internet changeover. So they will shut me down on Sunday. They need a 24-hour gap, apparently. That came out of the blue. I was originally told a couple of hours. Well, I suppose 24 is a couple, depending on your viewpoint. Anyway, so the internet will go off on Sunday at some point. Now, obviously, I need the internet to load a video onto YouTube. So the chances of me filming a Sunday chat, waiting for it to get light enough to actually film it, and actually getting it processed and loaded onto YouTube before the internet goes down, I don't know whether that's possible. But all I can do is go for it and just do an early sort of video and see if I can get something done, and perhaps try and keep it short, but you know me. Yeah, so the internet will be up and running in the new place on Monday. I need to be there from that point on. So I'll either be taking me, the cats and the TV on Monday morning, or on Sunday night and sleep there Sunday night for the first time. I think it might be nicer for the cats to actually go over Monday morning, so that they'll have had their breakfast and everything, and that way they get the whole day to have a look round the place and sort of get used to it before I disappear into a bed and go to sleep for the night, you know. So I'll probably move my last things out on Monday. The orchids will not be gone by then. They will still be here. I will have to come back to take care of them for a while. And I've got to look at, can I get all this out into the new place and sorted before Christmas, or do I just leave it and have Christmas, enjoy myself at the other place, not have any responsibilities with orchids or anything like that? The problem is, if I do that, obviously I'll have nothing to film. But over Christmas, I don't think that's a big deal. I suspect most channels will shut down over Christmas. Yeah, so the plan for today is to fill the car up with those other bits and pieces on the floor upstairs in the bedroom. Then apart from another trip to the tip with some more clothes, which I might try and do now. The problem is the amount of clothes I've got left is probably another 3 bags worth, and I might not have enough bags. Whereas once I've been to the tip and emptied the rubbish and stuff like that, I'll have the bags. I can reuse them again. They've only had paper in, they're clean. I don't really care if they're clean. The clothes are going into recycling. So it doesn't matter if they're not clean. So yeah, I might try and do another run today, but I would like the clothes sorted, and then another run is the actual clothes that I want, because I don't want to take everything off the hangers. I just want to drape everything on hangers, probably over the passenger seat, and I've got 2 suitcases with all the stuff that I'm going to keep. They can just get thrown in the back, they're not a big deal. So that's, once that is done, that is upstairs done, apart from the bathroom, which is just a cardboard box. It's just, some deodorant, shampoo, my shaving stuff. It's just a box, and the bathroom's done, just like that. So I don't need to worry about that. It's not going to be time consuming, and it's not bulky, it's just a box. The lounge behind me has got my camera stuff, my watering stuff, which stays with the orchids, so I haven't got to take that. The TV and the soundbar stuff that goes with that. The internet hub, a couple of extension leads with stuff plugged in. Some things are still plugged in there that haven't even got anything on the other end. And the TV stand. The chair that I've been using stays, and the table I've been using can go, that can come over. So there's very little in the lounge to pack. Apart, the TV stand and the TV are the big objects, but they are it. So that'll be upstairs done, and then the lounge is the last thing anyway. I've got the kitchen stuff to do and the hall. And the hall really consists of choosing which shoes I want to keep. I've got a shoe stand which will go in the new place. That will go in the outside hall, as I call it, between the 2 front doors. That can just go down there, so that the shoes are, not in the house effectively. They can live out there. And it'll be handy to be able to slip shoes off in that area and then go into the house with clean feet, I like that idea. And there's not much else in the hall to go. There's some few backup food items. Again, it's just a box. So we're nearly there now. We're down to some boxes. Now, okay, some things have got to be packed. Things like glasses are a flipping nuisance because they'll have to be packed properly, wrapped in bubble wrap and laid carefully in a box. But it's still just a box. So we're nearly there, and I've got 3 days left to do this. Now, trips to the tip will take longer on Saturday and Sunday because that's people's days off when they're not at work. In a lot of cases, that's when they'll go to the tip, so they'll be busier. And okay, I might have to queue a bit. Well, so be it, So 3 days left to go, including today. So I'm going to get this done because I'm awaiting an email. I'd rather get that before I start doing these trips and stuff. So I'll get this processed and loaded. So this is a moving video update, basically. That's all it is. We're not doing plants or anything at the moment. There's not much to see. My Cattleya cernua is, I won't say it's misbehaving, but it's not actually behaving because it's coming out in dribs and drabs. We've got a new growth here where the buds haven't opened properly yet. Another one underneath with the buds sticking out sideways. Another one underneath that. There's 3 new growths in that little area there, and all of those are pointing away from the front of the plant. And then on the front of the plant, we've got this one that's opening up, this one that's opening up, and this one to go. And then we've got a big gap with nothing. And then all the rest is round this side, where we've got one here and another one down here. So the blooms are all over the place. Now, how do we prevent that in the future? It's going to have to be split, because the oldest part of the plant now is not producing any new growths. You notice the new growths are heading towards the edges. Well, the edges are now getting farther and farther apart, leaving a bald bit in the middle with no blooms on. So the way to remedy that would be to take this part of the plant off and start a new one. Yeah? Obviously once these new growths have matured and I can see some signs of root growth or something. Anyway, that's to look at in the future. There's nothing else opened yet. We've got stuff that's nearly there, but not yet. Yeah, you'll know once it gets there. And I've just noticed that those two spikes up there, if you look at the right hand one, those buds are quite well formed now and are separating from the cane. That's a sure sign that they're well on their way now, so hopefully soon. And yeah, I'll leave it at that. I need to get this processed and loaded before I do my first run over to the new place. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now.